On today's wrestling news, Trish Stratus calls the Evolution build boring.
We've got an update on 2 injured WWE stars' surgeries.
Got a very surprising celebrity match for SummerSlam.
And what is going on with Britt Baker?
Are you ready? Are you ready for the news times? My name is Phil Chambers, and I'm back after 2 weeks, and we're back with this guy too, Gareth Morgan. He's also here. But we're going to talk about wrestling. He never leaves. He's always here. Wrestling. And yeah, Trish Stratus. And Evolution is obviously this weekend. And Trish Stratus has been talking to Sam Roberts on the Not Sam Wrestling podcast about her build specifically towards the Evolution match against her and Trish. Tiffany Stratton. I was getting Trish and Tiff and mixed up in my head, and it all just went very, very wrong.
Hybrid.
So she says that this entire Evolution card has seemed to be a quick turnaround, as it is unfortunate. Like, I get it. There's like 7,000 events a month, it seems like, is what she said. She goes on to talk about like the build specifically for her and Tiffany Stratton, and says that she loves the fact that we had this connection. And I think people were really digging the Trishy time, Tiffy time thing. So I think that worked really well. But people seeing the parallels between the two of us. There's these two blondes who came into the business and with preconceived notions about what they can deliver in the ring and having to prove themselves. She goes on to talk about them both becoming champion at age 25 and then both kind of having to prove people wrong at the same time. And she says, you can control what you can control. Do I wish there was a bigger build? Do I wish we had a longer segment? Do I wish we didn't have a very boring segment on SmackDown last week? Sure. But it is what it is. You get your time and you do your thing, and sometimes things get thrown together. Now, in the interview, she goes on to talk about like the parts that she can control, which is the match itself, and she like promises that her and Tiffany Stratton are going to deliver on that thing, and then kind of talks about a bit about the build for her Becky Lynch match and how the build for that was quite short and a little bit thrown together, and the same thing for Charlotte. And it seems like maybe Trish has a little bugbear about the kind of builds to these things and how they've been sort of slightly thrown together. A thing about like she gets it like Evolution, there's like 7,000 events a month. You can't like focus entirely on this one. It's just like little pokes at like this could probably have been a little bit better. And I think she's just echoing everybody's sentiments in terms of the Evolution build in general. People were so excited about having a second Evolution after the first one, after so long after the first one too, and then it's just kind of been thrown in this big weekend of like 4 different wrestling events and like not a huge amount of build to it and things like that. But yeah, calling her segment with Tiffany Stratton boring. She knows.
She's not wrong. Yeah. It's such a shame because that match on paper is like blockbuster. Like, that could. Obviously, it's going to be on this incredible. Like, the card looks great for Evolution. Like,
I think it's going to be really fun on the night.
It's going to be an awesome night for it. But that's a match that could have gone SummerSlam, WrestleMania. It's a huge match, really, with the right build as well. But it's not that. It feels like an exhibition right now. So,
and like she says, like all the inbuilt story things that like the like connections that they've got over their career, but like in like 20 years apart kind of thing. There's plenty you can use to tell a story there.
There's a lot, but they've just gone, no, we'll just throw it in there just to pretty much counter-program AEW, Saturday night's main event as well. And so much of it just feels thrown together just as like some kind of weird flex of, oh, we're just going to show off all of our stars and just pull more eyes away from your product. And it's yeah, it doesn't sit very well. But that's tonight, isn't it? All in.
It is indeed.
I think it's on at a decent hour, I believe, for us UK fans. That's quite nice for a change.
Yeah. And then Saturday night's main event straight after.
Yeah, it just never ends. But yeah, if you love just watching wrestling non-stop, it's going to be a fun weekend for you. So that's it's a good place to be. We'll just completely move into a different sphere of the wrestling world right now. We're talking about injuries and surgeries. There's been 2 big notable names within WWE that have been injured and then like been in the kind of surgery like world. I don't know, like right now.
Surgery world.
At Surgery World, baby. Sounds like the best board game ever, Surgery World. Almost as good as Operation, yeah. So Chad Gable obviously got injured, and he's like, for a bit, we didn't really know what the injury was. It was just like undisclosed injury, what's going on with Chad Gable. But then it was eventually revealed that it was a shoulder thing, and he's had shoulder surgery. And in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, it was mentioned in that he underwent his shoulder surgery days after his June 23rd Raw appearance. So just a couple of days after. And then Kevin Owens, another huge name right now that's not on television, obviously, because he had all this neck surgery, neck issues that meant that he had to be taken off programming just on the lead up to WrestleMania with that potential match with Randy Orton. And there's not really been... Well, there's been, like, talk of, he is going to get surgery, but we don't know when. I think he said it on the Cody Rhodes podcast. He was a bit like, we're going to have it, just not quite yet. Like, we just need to kind of... I think they have to wait for it to... I don't know if it was like wait for it to kind of heal to a certain point. I might just be making stuff up there. I can't remember exactly. But there was a reason why they couldn't have it at this point. But in the Observer, they said Owens is expected to get his neck surgery very shortly if all goes well. The last hoped for time was mid-July. So, like, we're coming up to mid-July. He could be out less than 9 months, it says there in the Observer, but most likely you're looking at a year plus for those type of surgeries. So it's all dependent on the person. People heal differently. They're not all John Cena who just bounces back ridiculously fast. And like sometimes these things take a long time, especially with your neck. It's such a complex thing, your neck and spine. And my big piece of advice is never going to listen to this in a million years, but just take your time, KO. Just take your time and get back when you're at full strength and whatever it is. But I think it's promising. At least it looks like this surgery is going to happen relatively soon, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. All of these things, you just want to make sure they're back well and sort of ready to go and have given themselves time to recover properly. But yeah, I mean, 9 months would be nice because I guess if it's 9 months from when he went off, that's like a potential of getting back in time for Mania next year, which is a big thing that people like to shoot for, so it might be like a little carrot at the end of the stick to chase for to try and get a return. But yeah, like you say, just make sure we're all good and ready, and at least all of this is confirmed that El Grande Americano isn't Chad Gable after all. So
I knew it. I had a feeling from day one, man. Never doubted it for a second.
Never doubted it. But sort of on SmackDown last night, the Jelly Roll was there. And he had a bit of an altercation with Logan Paul. He came out. Logan Paul interrupted him during a promo segment, and Logan Paul called Jelly an outsider, obviously, like you do, and then started talking about his impulsive podcast is being signed by WWE or something. I don't know. Randy Orton came out to have a go at Logan Paul after that, and then Drew McIntyre kind of came out of nowhere and claymored Randy Orton. And then Logan used that as an excuse to kind of beat up Randy Orton a bit. And Jelly made the save. Words that you have to say. But PW Insider are reporting that there is a potential match for SummerSlam for Jelly Roll. We've kind of known this for a little bit. But PW Insider have gone out and said that it is going to be Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, which is not what I was expecting from this, let's say. And something tells me probably not where Drew McIntyre would have wanted to be on the SummerSlam card.
So my brain blanked there because I just get cracking every time you call Jelly Roll just Jelly. Jelly. Here comes Jelly. Come get him, Jelly.
You're not ready for this, Jelly.
I am a child. So yeah, so we're looking at that blank for the second half of that story. Like my brain was just
Randy Orton and Jelly Roll tag teaming to go up against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Yay! I'm so excited for that.
Obviously, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre have their match at Saturday Night's Main Event tonight, so that can tie into it. There's probably going to be some Jelly action on that show too.
Stop it, man! Just stop it.
And then SummerSlam, I guess. Drew McIntyre has been quite outspoken about his position in the card in WWE of recent months, and something tells me this isn't what he would have wanted to do.
No, and I think he deserves... We say a lot about people deserving stuff. Like, everyone works really hard. Well, for the most part, like 99% of the people in WWE work the butts off to get, like, where they are. It's hard to, like, be in WWE and work that often and, like, do all the travel and everything else and not be a hard worker. You have to really want it. Like, it is a pretty grueling life. But Drew, probably more so than anyone over the last couple of years, has gone above and beyond, putting some exceptional work in between the ropes, on the mic, on social media. He's just done everything you could possibly want a WWE superstar to do. And it's a high profile position to be in, obviously, because it's celebrities and big show. But I think a guy like Drew, who obviously sees himself as like a main event player, like somebody who should be near the top of that card, fighting for titles and everything else, he might be a little bit underwhelmed, or he's working with Randy Orton. I don't know. Like that's not a bad place to be on any card. They've done a lot of that over the years. Like it always makes me just think of the pandemic era of those two just going back and forth, and very different time, obviously. But
yeah,
I think it could be fine. It's just not for me. It's just not what I like. Tune in to watch. Some people love it because, like, I think more in America they'll be like, "Oh, look at Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, yeah, cool." But it's just, I don't think it's for me. And
Jelly Roll hasn't exactly crossed over here, I think.
No, I do like it. So when I coach in my other job as like a fitness instructor, PT guy, I do play Jelly Roll Liar, that song. I do like that song. It was the SummerSlam one, I think, from like last year or the year before. Like, you ain't nothing but a lie. I like that song. So yeah, that's the only thing.
There you go.
If he sings that on the way down, I'm in. Yeah, they'll have me for that one. So
let us know in the comments below what you think of this match.
Yeah, what do you think of jelly? Okay, and the last story we're going to talk about, we're going from jelly to a baker. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to go and talk about Britt Baker, because of course we are. It's what we seem to do every other day now, because what is going on with Britt Baker has been rumours swirling like for weeks and weeks and weeks, it feels like. But in the latest Observer newsletter, it was said regarding Britt Baker rumours of her wanting out to go to WWE, and that's why she's not being used, those in AEW believe that that's not the case and that she'll be back. As far as the people who absolutely would know, neither would confirm or deny the story. So, in other words, not a clue what's going on. It's one of those typical Meltzer like scoops of, well, it could be this, it could be that, we don't know, but we'll find out. And it's, yeah. But at this point, I'm just like, just pop up somewhere. If you're going to pop up in AW again, please do it. Like Tony, just book her, and if you're not going to be there, just let her leave, let her go. Like, yeah. We don't know the full thing right now because we never do with these kind of things. It's just like you just hear little rumbles and rumours. But I always think there's no smoke without fire or fire without smoke, whatever it is. So, yeah, there's got to be something going on. But I just want to see Britt Baker doing a thing again on TV because, yeah, she's always captivating television. Like, you can never take your eyes off her when she's on that screen. So I just want her to be happy and I want her to be wrestling again, please.
Yeah, I'm kind of fascinated to see where she ends up. Like, obviously, there's been a lot through AEW. She's not been happy. Like, they've not been happy. It's been sort of backwards and forwards between all of this. But like originally, like AEW was the place that made her a star. Like, she felt like an AEW, she was an AEW original, but she felt like an AEW lifer at one point. And so it's a hard thing to give up, but I guess I don't know. I just, wherever she ends up, I'm sure she's going to do amazing things. But I'm just kind of fascinated to see how it all rolls out, because this has been going on for quite a while now, with no seeming end or solution in sight. And especially now with Meltzer, it's like, oh well, it could be this or it could be that. Who knows? I think that's where we're all at with it now. It's like, okay, so just rumbled on for long enough now. Just let us know what's happening. Come on. Exactly. But let us know in the comments, where do you want to see her end up? Is it WWE? Is it TNA? Is it TNA? Is it AEW? Is it TNA?
TNA.
Yeah,
never know.
Could be. Plug it down in the comments. But that's it. Thank you very much for joining us on this old Saturday News. You can follow us over on the old social medias. You can follow me at Phil Mike Chambers, and you can follow Gareth
at GMorgan04 on X, at Gareth Morgram on Instagram. Nearly malfunctioned there for a second. And then also in Instagram, like within that, if you like personal training and fitness, all that kind of good stuff, I've got at fitness.focus.gm on there as well. Your support will be appreciated. There's videos of me doing weightlifting, my clients doing weightlifting, and just loads of nice, cool advice and stuff.
There you go. Want muscles? Go see them there.
Yeah. More skills.
And yeah, watch more videos. Do that. Have yourselves a bloody good day.